41 нокаут в 66 официальных боях по правилам смешанных единоборств. 61 победа в 63 поединках по правилам кикбоксинга. Победный стрик из 37 боев подряд в ММА, продлившийся более 4 лет. Статус одного из лучших тяжеловесов мира и самого грозного ударника-нокаутера в период становления турниров Pride FC. Легендарный Игорь Вовчанчин является одним из самых известных и самых любимых зрителями бойцов смешанных единоборств с постсоветского пространства. На своем долгом боевом пути он сокрушил немало топовых бойцов и победил в десятках турниров. Сегодня мы предлагаем вашему вниманию классический турнир «Восьмерку» International Fighting Championship с его участием, который прошел 30 марта 1996 года в Киеве. Помимо украинских и российских бойцов, для выступления приехала очень представительная команда из США. Все как на подбор настоящие тяжеловесы. И первым соперником Игоря стал огромный 170-килограммовый борец Фред Флойд. Друзья, мы очень рады, что наши видео пользуются у вас большой популярностью и дарят вам немало эмоций. Но мы заметили, что большая доля зрителей смотрят нас без подписки. А это значит, что не всегда вам наши новинки будут выпадать в предложенных, и вы пропускаете немало интересного. А ведь мы подготовили для вас множество зрелищных боев и брутальных нокаутов, как из истории Mon Global, так и других организаций, и стараемся радовать вас новыми видео несколько раз в неделю. Поэтому, пожалуйста, не забывайте подписываться на наш канал и нажимать колокольчик, чтобы не пропустить ни одного шедевра из мира смешанных единоборств.
All right, Igor Vovchanchin weighs in 207 pounds against the 340-pound Fred Floyd, who goes right after him. Wow! Fister just flying all over, a knee to the side. Both these fighters going all out. They are not going to grapple in this one. Both fighters going at it. Now a start of grappling as Fred Floyd had enough to the
trying to wear him down.
Fred Floyd takes him inside the cage, puts him on the deck, and this is where the grappling comes into play. Can you get your opponent into some sort of submission hold to get this bout over? Remember, keep in mind that the winner of this bout must face Paul Varelans also in the semifinals. That match lasted 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Whoever can get this match over much quicker would have much more stamina for that match coming up.
Yep, I think so. Floyd is using his weight. He's perfectly in balance. He must try to get out of this.
Yes, most definitely.
Fred Floyd, by the way, if he looks familiar, maybe you've seen him in some of the TV shows in and around America, had spot shots in the Fresh Prince, Seinfeld, Family Matters. The crowd's getting into it as Andy Anderson separates the fighters because, again, Vovchanchin now appears ready. He's got his handgear all taped up. Andy Anderson throws the spare tape outside the cage. Floyd comes right back after him, as does Vovchanchin and Haas. It looks like both fighters now trying to size the other one up.
Yes, I think they try to punch and kick each other, of course they do, but then they try to put each other on the ground, and who's in best position, in top position, who's in the best position. Oh, that's very good.
What a hit there. That has got to sting, Ron.
Great right hook from Igor. I mean, he's not intimidated at all by the Mangler.
Again, this is one of those fights, much like we saw earlier in the International Fighting Championships tournament that's already taken place. A much smaller guy against a bigger guy, and yet it's the smaller guy with more power in the way he delivers his punches.
Igor has some right hook, and now he's using his strategy. He's holding back, making the Mangler chase him. He's taking advantage of his speed. He's working on his suspension system. He keeps kicking the Mangler's knees, which is going to slow the Mangler down.
Over 4.5 minutes already elapsed in this bout. The first half of the bout seemingly almost entirely on the ground, with the Mangler trying to just put his entire weight on Vovchanchin. This time, both fighters trying to use their martial art skills to get the advantage.
Yep, that Igor guy is very good. One, the most advantage one. Oh, I'm starting up. The Igor guy is doing a very good job. A very good job. I think he's going to suplex him now.
Now behind Floyd. Floyd breaks out of it and wanted no part of that particular move by the Ukrainian. Now, both fights of martial arts in Japan. Right now, what a fight we have going on here. The fourth fight. All kinds of martial arts. Boxing going at it right now. This fire and this crowd is in to this international no rules fighting championship. And what about we're seeing those or fists to their ear. Wow, they squat. Knees to the groin. All kinds going on here in this no rules boxing fight. A cut underneath the fighters and the referee Andy Anderson are back in. Fred the Floyd, the Mangler, from Ontario, California, against Igor Vovchanchin of Kiev, Ukraine. What about this is, we're over 7.5 minutes into the bout. This has got to be a big difference when either of these guys go on to the semifinal. Again, another knee to the groin of Floyd. And now, both fighters trying to get the advantage in some kind of grappling style, because I think, Ron, the martial arts is taking its toll on both of these guys.
Of course, they've been in the ring quite a bit of time by now. Igor is really tough. I mean, he's using strategy now. He's taking his time, and he's moving around, and he's waiting for Floyd to make the mistake.
Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. And these guys, he's got good conditioning, everything. Oh, no, this is a bad thing. Never show your opponent that you're tired, because you get wings, and it's very dangerous for Floyd.
Couple of minor little kicks to the shin of Floyd by Vovchanchin, and this again has gone past the 8.5 minute mark in this bout. As the crowd starts to get behind Vovchanchin, that is their man, Ukrainian, and you can't blame him. Here in Kiev, Ukraine, the capital city, as we are in this stop of the International Fighting Championship World Tour, and now again, both fighters going to the martial arts. Another knee to the groin, another one, that one from the left, from Igor Vovchanchin against Fred Floyd, whose eye is very puffy from the hits he's taken from Vovchanchin. Ron, I don't think this match is going to last much longer.
It isn't going to go much longer. It looks like Floyd is almost out of it. He's breathing hard, and he's not being aggressive. Igor has moved in with a great right hook and a knee to the groin.
So using his hands, and Ron, that was your style when you became the 5-time world championship.
Great right hook by Igor to the face of the mangler. Both of these men are showing courage and stamina and endurance. And this is one of the best fights of the night.
We are over 11 minutes in this bout, the fourth one of the quarterfinals, the very last one of the quarterfinals before we move into the semifinals, before we crown the International Fighting Championship on this stop of the International Fighting Championship World Tour in Kiev, Ukraine. It looks very much.
I hope Floyd is always hitting him with the my God. Very hard, right, straight punch to the face with a kick. That Igor guy is an incredible good mover. He moves and he's explosive. He's a good fighter, good conditioning, everything.
Boy, again, we're seeing much. The crowd, again, almost entirely Ukraine, although I have seen 2 or 3, maybe as many as 10 Americans spattered among the crowd here of 16,000 inside the National Sports Palace in Kiev, Ukraine, the capital city. And this has just been one great bout as we go almost to the 13-minute mark. Again, no time limit, so these guys will fight until one of them cannot no longer continue, either by knockout or submission. And right now, Igor going away with the right hooks, this time with the left. He is tapped out. Fred Floyd has said he's had enough. This match just over 13 minutes, and he has got to be one tired fighter.
В полуфинале Вовчанчина поджидал настоящий зверь. Двухметровый Пол Varelans по прозвищу Полярный Медведь уже в 96 году был самым настоящим ветераном UFC, ведь он выходил в Octagon 8 раз и был финалистом 7-го турнира. К сожалению, в начале 2021 года Пол покинул наш мир. Этот парень был настоящим воином и всегда сражался с открытым забралом с любым противником. Кадры этого боя с Игорем без преувеличения облетели весь мир.
Referee's done an excellent job in this International Fighting Championship tournament. Again, keep in mind, he is a Taekwondo Olympic referee. He'll be in Atlanta 1996. He himself, 86 no rules fights. Boy, some firing going on. Igor Vovchanchin going right at Paul Varelans. Volchanchin has at this time. But keep in mind, he went 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Already, Paul Varelans' face is puffed up, Ron.
Paul was trying to use that weight on him. I don't know if that's going to work against Igor, because Igor's really tough. He's got great punches.
But most of these Ukrainian fighters have so much power, and not in their legs, which they're known for as kickboxers, but in their punches.
Yes, incredible. And especially this Igor guy, he's hitting very, very hard. He's got a good conditioning also. He's a very dangerous opponent. Paul to stay out of his reach because I push his defense a little bit over higher.
I think before there was hoping more, but right there, a couple of right to left, a kick to the midsection by Igor Vovchanchin, and you have to look right now that Paul's starting to limp just a bit, and right now, I think he's in trouble. It looks like Igor Vovchanchin, despite the fact he went 13 minutes and 40 seconds, still has lots of flair inside him, Ron.
Igor has shown to be the superior puncher. Great right hook, straight left hook, and he's very aggressive.
Already the face of Paul Varelans, who has taken a beating right around the chin area, the eye area from Igor Vovchanchin. And right now, Paul playing anything to try to stay alive in this fight. As they're fighting out against the cage here in Kiev, Ukraine. The semifinal match, the winner of this will go to face John Dixon in our final championship here inside the cage area. Podcast, I like the way this fight is progressing as we go into over 2 minutes already in this bout.
Yes, the longer the fight goes, the harder it gets. And I must say also, he's got an incredible hard cheek. He's got a few hard points on the forward again, which is unbelievable. My God, it's even hard, very hard.
I think he's decided to TKO, and this Ukrainian crowd is going nuts. Unbelievable. The Ukrainian people here inside the National Sports Palace have simply gone nuts. Paul Varelans, TKO here at about the 3-minute mark, a little bit longer in this bout. And what an incredible fight here in the semifinal. Keep in mind now, Igor Vovchanchin, 13 minutes, 40 seconds last around 3 minutes in this bout. He will go up against John Dixon. Much shorter time in the ring already.
This is going.
Две изматывающие схватки с огромными соперниками увенчались победами, но впереди Игоря ждал финал. А там еще один грозный оппонент. Джон Диксон весил 120 кило, и в отличие от Вовчанчина, весьма быстро разобрался со своими соперниками в предыдущих раундах, потратив на каждую чуть больше 2 минут. Таким образом, американец был вполне свеж, полон сил, и, как и остальные его товарищи по сборной, значительно превосходил Игоря в росте и весе. Но Вовчанчина никогда никакие обстоятельства не могли смутить, и он бесстрашно вышел на арену.
I don't think they're going to go to the ground because both these guys are real good strikers.
All right, boss, both guys trying to use the head game. They're probably a little tired from their preliminary matches. What's going on right now inside their heads?
I really don't know, but I know that Igor has good conditioning. John is moving very good on the floor. He's very quick, especially for his weight. He's punching hard. I think this fight could be a fight, but only standing up, because I think they're both even skilled on the ground. Whoa.
All right, John goes for the takedown, a knee to the side. John going all the way, right to left. He has Igor Vovchanchin staggered back just a bit. And now Igor Vovchanchin goes after John. A knee to the midsection. John ties him up against the diamond cage. inside, wailing away with that powerful right hand to the back of the head of Igor Vovchanchin. Ron, you have to like the attack that John has got. He wants to put this fight away.
John hits so hard. I mean, there's just so many punches that Igor can take.
Boss, you have to wonder, after the conditioning, no matter how long you've been, once you start taking a punch to the head like John's been delivering, what type of stamina you'll have.
I don't know, but John is hitting very hard. But the Igor guy is very hard too, yeah. This is a really tough fight. You cannot say anything about it. Who's going to be the winner? God only knows.
John Dixon, 275 pounds, but he seems very relaxed. Although a nice hit there by Igor Vovchanchin. He weighs 207 pounds, so about 70 pounds difference in size. 5'9" to 6'1". John Dixon only 2 inches taller. But look at the style of both of these guys. They like the striking pose, being able to connect with either a fist, a knee, or a foot, and hopefully in some kind of position to where they can put their opponent out. The grappling to this point has been almost non-existent.
This is going to be a stand-up fight. I can see this now. Igor's got great footwork. He's going to take advantage of the time. He's going to make John work hard.
But there he goes to the calf of John, Igor Vovchanchin. Talk to me about the idea that these two guys, is it a good idea to both stand up? Because you want to be an ego thing. Although John just takes him to the side of the corner and then just tries to put some kind of submission hold against him. Although I don't think Vovchanchin is about to tap out just yet.
That Igor guy, he moves very quick. Every time Johnny wants to put him on the ground, and Igor guy slips out and he stands up again. I think this is going to be a long fight, a very long fight. And I know one thing, that Igor, he's got a very good conditioning. Yeah, but John hits very hard, so we will see, we will see.
John opened up just a little cut to the side of his left ear, just a trace of blood. Vovchanchin has cuts all over his body, some from fists, some from the chain link fence that surrounds the cage. And these two guys are into an ego type situation, because grappling, by the way, is not an ego type thing. It's a way to get the match over. These two guys are out to prove who is the tougher guy.
They want to knock each other out. And John is stalking him like a big bag. Igor's got great footwork and good hands, and he's in good shape.
Boss, Igor seems to be perhaps the lesser of the technician, because John seems to be always on the offensive, although I think had the bout turned around to where Igor had to be on the offensive, he could handle that as well.
Yes, I think they can do both. They're both good with defense and attacking. That was a very nice left punch to the head. Left straight punch. Oh, and a very hard kick.
John just barely missing with that. John Dixon out of Biloxi, Mississippi, up against Igor Vovchanchin. Both of these guys want to end this fight, as Ron said, by a knockout. They're going after each other. High up there, John's side, easily gotten out of. Boy, this is one of the best fights ever in the International Fighting Championships. What kind of punching and kicking that we've seen inside the cage here in Kiev, Ukraine. The Ukrainians came in very, very underestimated, I think, by their American counterparts.
The Ukrainians came in to win. I mean, you can see the look in Igor's eyes that he wants to win.
Now the Ukrainian crowd getting behind their man, because as the bout goes on, they feel he, the slimmer, the smaller type guy, would have an advantage over a bigger guy. Due mostly Boston endurance.
Yes, his conditioning is probably very good, because he fought already 2 times today, and it doesn't show on him anyway. Nothing. It doesn't show anything. He's very good trained.
John Dixon, a big kickboxer. In fact, he's 16-0, 16 knockouts in his previous bout. So he knows how to win. I think he is shocked, by the way. This Ukrainian has come out, kicks again to the shin, to the back of the leg. John raises his in defense, so they think very much this is, again, another nice left by the Ukrainian, Igor Vovchanchin. Both of these guys are in to make this perhaps the most recognizable and long-lasting memory both of these guys will ever have after leaving that cage.
I mean, Igor's really using his strategies, kicking downstairs and punching upstairs. He's making Dixon have to move. It's over. Dixon ran out of gas. He ran out of gas.
It's over. John Dixon has tapped out. He had had enough. He shook him off. Igor Vovchanchin is the champion of this stop on our International Fighting Championship World Tour in Kiev. Again, the doctors alongside, 4 of which come in to attend to John Dixon right away and find out exactly what's going on. The Ukraine team completely surrounding their champion, Igor Vovchanchin, who's come away the champion of this stop on our International Fighting Championship World Tour. Boss, would you believe the outcome, knowing the power that John Dixon has?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. But yeah, we saw before that Igor guy in action. He's very good. He's very tough. I think John broke his nose because I saw him walking through the ring and his nose was not at the right place anymore. So I think that's the reason John stopped the fight.
All right, John Dixon put up an admirable fight, but still the Ukrainian fighter getting congratulations from not only his countrymen, but also some of the American fighters that have come inside the National Sports Palace, back inside after their fights to congratulate the winner of this incredible championship. Let's go now to the official word. Ring announcer Charlie Anselon. Great fight.
Уверенности и волю к победе.
International Fighting Champion
Не отвечай.
Igor Vovchanchin!
Vovchanchin will win the International Fighting Championship stop in Kiev. Ron Van Cleef has Vovchanchin along with an interpreter ringside.
You really showed some determination, some strength, some power. What did you think of John Dixon?
Очень сильный спортсмен, спортсменов слабых не бывает. He's a very strong fighter, he's very strong, and he's very trained, and he has a very good background.
How does it feel being the first international fighting champion, grand champion?
Это трудно сказать, но я очень счастлив. It's hard to say, but he feels really happy. Everybody backed him up, and Americans were very great guys.
You came in great shape.
Ты пришел сюда с потрясающей подготовкой.
You had endurance, you had heart, you had courage, and you really showed the public who you are today. How do you feel?
Как себя чувствуешь?
Okay. Yeah?
Okay.
You did a great job.
Потрясающе.
Congratulations.
Поздравления.
You did a great job.
Поздравления.
Yeah.
All right, Ron Van Cleef with our winner, our
You
champion
did a great
of the
job.
Fighting Championship in Kiev, Ukraine. That is